Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today, 28th of April 2026, and the top crypto news is as follows. Let's start today's episode from Israel and its new stablecoin. Specifically, Israel's capital markets, insurance and savings authority gave the green light for the circulation of a stablecoin pegged to the shekel by the financial exchange beach of gold. And this is essentially the latest move Israel has made to get more into crypto. Let's say there aren't that many details. Continuing with how much crypto they're buying, we'll go to ETPs with numbers we have from last week when we learned they had inflows of $1.2 billion. Of this, $932 million went into Bitcoin and $192 million went into Ethereum. For these two currencies, let me tell you that MicroStrategy last week bought another 3,273 Bitcoin for $255 million. Along with this, we learned that Strive also invested $60 million in Bitcoin and holds over 14,000 BTC. For Ethereum, Bitwise bought 101,901 Ethereum last week. So everyone is doing their dollar cost averaging. Now, turning to our currencies, we'll go to a new Bitcoin fork. More specifically, a Bitcoin developer named Paul Sztorc announced that he has a new hard fork for the Bitcoin network, which he will call eCash, and it will start in August from what I understand. Bitcoin holders will be able to exchange their Bitcoin for eCash at a 1-to-1 ratio once this new blockchain is put into operation. Let's say that a hard fork is essentially taking Bitcoin's code, pasting it, and simply changing 2 or 3 things. The things that will change are that this layer 1 will have 7 layer 2 scaling networks called drive chains for increased transaction performance and optional on-chain privacy. So these 7 networks will essentially be 7 Lightning networks, which can also have anonymity on them. From what I understand, let's say that according to what we know, there will also be a manual redistribution of 1.1 million Bitcoin that Satoshi Nakamoto has to early investors. Let's say they're not going to touch Bitcoin itself. They'll touch their own coins from their own chain, which is a copy of the original Bitcoin. So, of course, the history of old transactions means the coins belong to their original holders. Like Satoshi Nakamoto's addresses have their original Bitcoin, but they can also touch them in this new network. Again, they're not going to touch regular Bitcoin. They'll redistribute the eCash essentially, which is the new network. More specifically for these eCash, let's say that 600,000 eCash will remain with Satoshi in this new network, and the remaining 500,000 will be made available for establishing the new ecosystem to avoid what we call a zombie project where the fork fails to attract enough investors before its launch. So this is the new network, which is a copy of Bitcoin, and we'll see how well or not it will do. Our last news of the day will go to a news item about Ripple, which continues its partnerships with various banks. Specifically, K-Bank, a bank in South Korea that operates with internet only, told us it has entered into a strategic partnership with Ripple. The two will collaborate on what we call a proof of concept to evaluate potential improvements in speed, cost, and transparency of cross-border transfers. This proof of concept has been designed to use XRP's blockchain, which Ripple develops. Let's say that what I told you constitutes the second phase, because there's already a first phase that has verified a reserve system based on XRP wallet applications. So it's a partnership that appears to be going well and continuing. And this is our news about Ripple and the latest moves in South Korea. And now it's time for us to go to our beloved crypto market with Bitcoin, standing at $76,000. We'll see in the coming days if the price will test our support and see if it's truly support or fake, while tomorrow we also expect Mr. Powell from the Fed to come out and speak to us. We know about interest rates that we have 100% probability they'll remain exactly stable, but we want to see his latest statement as well. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, 8th of April 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.